Hey guys, this is Matt.
And this is Kavi.
Welcome to our podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Dubai's Supercar graveyard. So, despite the fact, as we mentioned in previous episodes, that cars are deeply loved and valued in the UAE, Dubai has a really peculiar problem with abandoned cars. Thousands of abandoned cars per year are left to degrade under the intense desert sun and gather sand, and they just litter the city. Many of these cars are not cheap ones that you'd expect to find just lying around, but they're of luxury car brands like Ferrari, Lamborghini, BMW, Porsche, and just many other brands and even just models, very much luxury cars. So according to Gulf News, every year 2,000 to 3,000 cars in total are abandoned in Dubai. And this is obviously a mind-boggling number because these, like I said, these are luxury cars. Most of them are very expensive luxury vehicles. It's just astonishing to think that they can just be left to degrade. So many people will assume that these cars are just left by the ultra-wealthy citizens of Dubai, who will just abandon them once they get bored of the cars or once something else catches their eye. But really, a lot of these cars belong to foreigners who have come to Dubai looking to hit the big time and get wealthy in this basically city that is viewed by a lot of foreigners as a paradise of wealth and luxury.
A majority of Dubai's residents are foreign-born expats. Drawn in by Dubai's extremely wealthy appearance, many people from both in the UAE and abroad flock to the city hoping to get high-paying jobs and end up being rich. It seems that starting out, many are on their way to achieving this dream, getting high-paying jobs, earning a lot, and even buying their dream cars, usually by taking out loans which are easily obtainable. However, this does not always last, as many begin to struggle with paying these debts or such things as mortgage, credit card bills. They all start to pile up. Whatever the reason, this occurs among so many people. That being said, being in debt in Dubai is a major problem. This is because not only does the UAE have no bankruptcy laws or other form of protection for those in debt, but laws around debt repayment are very strict. The UAE's debt laws are based on Sharia, which is, in simple terms, traditional Islamic law based on interpretation of the Quran. Under Sharia law, to not pay back debt is a criminal offense, usually resulting in prison time as it amounts to theft. As a result, expats who are in debt and fearful of prison time often opt to flee Dubai and the UAE, returning to their native lands. When fleeing, they're forced to leave whatever they have made for themselves in Dubai behind and take what they can. Obviously, their luxury cars, sometimes the reason they're forced to flee in the first place, end up being left behind and abandoned, often with keys still in the ignition.
These cars are often abandoned in parking lots for airports or just other businesses, but sometimes they're just left wherever, whether this be in the streets or just in the desert, or with one image that we found, there was just one sitting in the middle of a construction site, and it actually halted construction for a while. So these cars, these cars can only be moved if they are obstacles or safety concerns involving traffic. But if not, they can't be moved, they can't be impounded, and often they'll just sit there for years, and you could really see the impacts in some images. But when a car is impounded, the owner has 6 months to claim the car, which obviously these expats who are leaving them are not going to reclaim them. So if they are not reclaimed, they can either be auctioned off at very low prices compared to what they were bought for, or they could actually be turned into really, really awesome police cruisers. And I'm sure that cops love having that because you chasing down criminals in this BMW, just, it sounds awesome. And they look awesome too. So this topic is very fascinating. We found it to be really fascinating and also just painful to look at, like Ferraris and other cars just sandblasted and wrecked. And it's really crazy that this phenomenon would occur at all, or really just in Dubai. You wouldn't associate it with a city that's like Dubai, this ultra-rich, awesome, city in the Middle East. So that's all we really got on the subject. Thanks for your time. We'll hope we catch you in the next ones. This has been Matt.
And this has been Kavi.